Hello, I'm Paul Pluter from Paul Pluter Prestige, and today I'd like to talk about the Rolex President. The Rolex President, the Rolex Day-Date. Now, firstly, before we go on, very quickly, the Rolex President refers to a style of bracelet, and the Rolex Day-Date comes with the President bracelet. There is no watch called a President, and in fact, when the President bracelet was originally released, you could even order a sports watch in gold with a President bracelet. I have actually seen factory GMT in solid 18 karat with a President bracelet attached, and it's quite a fascinating thing. And this is a very interesting thing. The word President refers to the bracelet, but look, I don't want to get into semantics here. The reality is, when we say President, we're talking a Rolex Day-Date, probably the most significant Rolex ever invented. And I want to have a talk about it. I've owned a few Rolex Presidents, and the model I want to talk about is the 18238, which is the double quickset. This model came out in the late 80s, and it came out about when the R serial number came in, which was, I think, about 87, 88. And the previous model was a single quickset. Double quickset means that you could very easily advance the date and also the day by simply pulling out the crown and advancing it. Whereas before, with non-quickset models, you had to wind the watch continually around. So a quickset feature is quite a good function. And on the single quickset, you had to still wind it around for the day in full. So that's basically what it is. And the double quickset, I think, I've actually owned a few, and I've loved them. They're an 18 karat piece. They're really, they're a real true masterpiece, and anything that Rolex does in solid gold, besides a hefty price tag, it's got a lot of hand finishing on it, and it's certainly a wedge above any steel versions of watches, and anything 18 karat, solid 18 karat and Rolex is bloody classy. And I've got to say, I think the President, the Day-Date, it's probably one of the most aspirational watches ever produced. And I got to be honest with you, I really lusted after an 18238 with a champagne dial. And once you achieve that goal, it's like wanting a Mercedes-Benz. Once you achieve it, you then say, well, hang on a minute, I want a Rolls-Royce, i.e. a Patek. And it's an interesting thing, but the thing is, Rolex Day-Date President is probably one of the most lusted after watches of all time. It's a symbol of success. How many CEOs, how many military dictators, how many presidents have put on this type of timepiece? And it's getting a little bit, the whole political correctness thing. American presidents now, they wear tag, they wear, it's no longer acceptable to wear a very expensive wristwatch. And that's a bit of a shame, because they're all quite well-off individuals. But the president itself, I mean, Marilyn Monroe gave a president to John F. Kennedy. It's just such a cool watch, and I think they're just lovely. I've kind of surpassed Rolex now. I've had many beautiful models, and I've just sold off my Rolex Explorer, and one of the reasons was I didn't think the brand was prestigious enough. And this is the criticism of the Rolex President, is that yes, it is 18 karat, yes, it's beautifully done, but at the end of the day, the machine that is inside a Rolex Day-Date really isn't that wonderful or fantastic. Now, it's very utilitarian, it's very long lasting, it's very, very good, but it's not Patek level. It doesn't have the finishing, it doesn't have the attention to detail, and this is the problem with it. And I owned a few presidents. Do I lust after another one? And yeah, look, they're cool. There's no doubt about it. They're a cool watch. But I'd much rather get in my case, I'd much rather get a world time, or even a simple rose gold Patek 5196. Okay, let's have a look at some scoring here. For the brand Rolex, I'm going to give it a 7. For the significance of this model in that brand's range, I'm going to give it a 10. This is one of the top icons in the Rolex range there. For the movement, I'm going to give it a 7. Okay. For the craftsmanship and attention to detail on this piece here, I'm going to give it a 9. It is very high quality piece. And the Paul Pluta Prestige rating, I'm going to give this piece here a 9. Total it all up, we've got 42. Quite a respectable score there. 42 for the Rolex 18238 Day Date President.